I'm Team Sewell. I want what's best for Joe Burrow. We need a fighter.
I'm Team Chase. Because I want to put some points on the board.
But I got to dig in my NFL crate too. And we got one of the greatest, should be future Hall of Famer with us, Willie Anderson. So, Willie, Team Penei needs you to step up to the block. Let's get it.
It's kind of chicken or the egg, man. You know, he had to put the ball in tight windows, probably sometimes because he didn't have protection. You know, and everything kind of comes down to protection. But I do understand. Ace gonna be mad about this. I do understand taking the shiny new toy because you do have Joe Burrow. Now, if it was a different quarterback, you would say take the lineman. But I think the question Tony said about Sewell. They are coming out, and we can't ignore them. You know, even though, like I said, I coached a kid at an all-star competition coming out of high school. I seen how dominant he was. Him and Jackson Carmen, those guys that came out of that class several years ago, up at Nike headquarters. We had him up there, and he was dominant. He came in as a freshman, dominated. So the last time we saw him, he was 19 years old. So any struggles he may have, he's going against Derrick Brown. You're talking about those guys from Auburn. That's an elite defensive line he's going against. But the thing with, like I say, it's a chicken or the egg. Is do you want to protect him, or is he good enough to play with the guys he got right now to complete the passes? My whole thing with the receivers are, I'm down here in Atlanta, and I watched the Atlanta Falcons give up their whole damn draft, several years ago to get Julio Jones, and he's been dynamic. But they haven't won anything with him, and they struggled the past 3 years with him, and the receivers, all these guys. I mean, you see all these top shiny new targets. These guys are great. I mean, AJ was great for us, but the receiver position alone don't make a great team. I think we all football guys. I mean, if you ask receivers, hell, TJ even said it a couple weeks ago, go offensive lineman. But it's gonna be hard to not take Chase off what he did today, off knowing his history. And I was very high on Sewell, and I still am. I just don't know if the Bengals need him right now. Like I said, Ace gonna be mad at me, but I don't know if the Bengals need him. I just don't know. But they can use a shiny new toy for the quarterback, but you better hope like God that those guys are going to protect him because, year two is going to be different. Coming off a knee injury, we've yet to see. I know all the reports want to be positive. Yeah, he's doing great. That's all stuff they got to say to keep the fans kind of hyped up. But no one knows, you know what I mean? And no one knows. Like, no one knows how the new offensive line is going to adjust to the new offensive line coach. We as fans are hoping that's going to happen, but you just don't know. I think Jeff Hobson said a lot of times when he and I talk on the phone, a great running game will help any quarterback. Well, a running game starts with having a dominant 5 guys up front that's going to protect the quarterback. And I think, me being a lineman, I want to score points too. Hell, shit. When we in the beginning of my career, we had a hard time scoring points. We got Carson. My job became less hard because I got a guy down protecting now who can get me down the field in 8-9 plays instead of those long, 15-play Corey Dillon drives that we used to have. So having a guy like Joe made our life easier as linemen. I mean, like Carson, and I think Joe makes the lineman's job easier when you got a guy who knows what he's doing and he's telling the lineman in the huddle, "Hey man, give me this time. We're scoring a touchdown." That gives you confidence. Now, again, you got to have the guys up front that's going to give him that time and play together and win those one-on-one matchups. And we just don't know. They may have those guys now. I mean, the guard's still kind of, up in the air a little bit, but they may have those guys. But I think it's still going to come down to chicken or the egg, shine a new toy or protect them. And like, guys saying earlier, there are some really good linemen in the draft too. So, but I do think the Bengals need to fix one thing. Like whatever that one thing is, they should fix that. If it's all linemen, go get linemen. If it's defense, go fix defense. But they should fix one problem during this draft process. And, we could all sit back and wonder what that fix going to be.
I'm Team Sewell. I want what's best for Joe Burrow. We need a fighter.
I'm Team Chase. Because I want to put some points on the board.